Jaya Jaya Vallabha Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Girivaradari Nandana Prajajana Ranjana Nandana Prajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, प्रणाम संकीर्तन की जगत को श्री प्रभुपाद की तब गौर प्रेमानंदे। So we are reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 10, entitled The Opulence of the Absolute, text number 8. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nasta Prayasu Abhadresu Vidyam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttamasloke Bhakti Bhavati Naistaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam udambhava samanninaha. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam udambhava samanninaha. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam udambhava samanninaha. Aham sarvasya sarvam iti matva bhajante mam उदाहरणसमन्वितः अहं सर्वस्य प्रभुः मत्ता सर्वं प्रवर्तते इति मत्वा भजन्ते माम् उदाहरणसमन्वितः अहं सर्वस्य प्रभुः मत्ता सर्वं प्रवर्तते इति मत्वा भजन्ते माम् उदाहरणसमन्वितः अहं सर्वस्य प्रभुः मत्ता सर्वं प्रवर्तते इति मत्वा भजन्ते माम् उदाहरणसमन्वितः माताजी सर्वं प्रवर्तते माम् उदाहरणसमन्वितः the source of generation Mataha from me sarvam everything pravartate emanates iti thus matva knowing bhajante become devoted ma unto me udaha the learner bhava samanvitaha with great attention. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation. Technical error. Copy paste. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. Engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. Translation with repetition. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Can you repeat? Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. Purport. A learned scholar who has studied the Vedas perfectly and has information from authorities like Lord Chaitanya and who knows how to apply these teachings can understand that Krishna is the origin of everything in both the material and spiritual worlds. And because he knows this perfectly, he becomes firmly fixed in the devotional service of the Supreme Lord. He can never be deviated by any amount of nonsensical commentaries or by fools. All Vedic literatures agrees that Krishna is the source of Brahma, Shiva and all other demigods. In the Atharva Veda, Kopala Tapani Upanishad 1.24, it is said, Yo Brahmanam Vidati Purvam Yo Vai Vedam Cha Kapayati Sma Krishna. It was Krishna who in the beginning instructed Brahma in Vedic knowledge and who disseminated Vedic knowledge in the past. Then again the Narayana Upanishad 1 says, Ata Purusoha Vai Narayano Akamayata Prajaha Sijayati. Then the Supreme Personality Narayana decided to create living entities. The Upanishad continues, Narayanat Brahmajayate, Narayanat Prajapati Prajayate, Narayanat Indro Jayate, Narayanat Asto Vasavo Jayante, Narayanat ekadasa rudra jayante narayana dvadasa adityaha. From Narayana, Brahma is born, and from Brahma and from Narayana, the patriarchs are also born. From Narayana, Indra is born. From Narayana, the eight Vasus are born. Brahma, Nesano, Napo, Nagni, Somo, Neme, Dyav. Prithvi, Na, Nakshatrani, Na, Suryaha. In the beginning of the creation, there was only the Supreme Personality, Narayana. There was no Brahma, no Shiva, no water, no fire, no moon, no heaven, and no earth, no heaven and earth, no stars in the sky, no sun. Maha Upanishad 1.2. In the Maha Upanishad, it is also said that Lord Shiva was born from the forehead of the Supreme Lord. Thus, the Vedas says that it is the Supreme Lord, the creator of Brahma and Shiva, who is to be worshipped. In the Moksha Dharma section of the Mahabharata, Krishna also says, Prajapatim cha Rudram chapi aham eva sujami vai tauhi mam na vijanito mama maya vimohito. The patriarchs, Shiva and others are created by me, though they do not know that they are created by me because they are deluded by my illusory energy. In the Varaha Purana, it is also said, Narayana Paro Devas Tasmas Jatas Chadurmukha Tasmat Rutro Abhavit Devaha Sacha Sarvachnatam Gataha. Narayana is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and from him Brahma was born, from whom Shiva was born. Lord Krishna is the source of all generations, and he is called the most efficient cause of everything. He says, because everything is born of me, I am the original source of all. Everything is under me. No one is above me. There is no supreme controller other than Krishna. One who understands Krishna in such a way from a bona fide spiritual master with references from Vedic literature engages all his energy in Krishna consciousness and becomes a truly learned man. In comparison to him, all others who do not know Krishna properly are but fools. Only a fool would consider Krishna to be an ordinary man. A Krishna conscious person should not be bewildered by fools. He should avoid all unauthorized commentaries and interpretations on Bhagavad Gita and proceed in Krishna consciousness with determination and firmness. Hare Krishna. Om Jnana Timrandasya Jnananjana Salaki Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamihim Kadati Swapadamihim Vandeham Sri Gurum Sri Yuta Pada Kamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamcha Sri Rupam Sakrajatam Sagagana Raghunathan Vidam Tam Sajivam Satvaidam Savadutam Harijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sagagana Lalita Sri Sabha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Sapta Kanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhana Sudhe Devi Pranamam Hariti Vancha Kalpadarapiya Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Sanyavadi Vashyatsu Desakanani Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gauravanita Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna. अहम सर्वस्य प्रभो मत्ता सर्वं प्रवर्तते इति मत्वा भजन्ते मां खुदा भावा समन्वितः. I am the source of all material, all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. So this is a very important slogan, the essence of the Bhagavad Gita. The Chatur Bhagavad Gita is the first sloka. So here Krishna is established that he is the supreme personality of Godhead. Everything is emanates from him, either it is a material or spiritual. Everything emanates from him. And if we can see the purpose, Prabhupada put so much emphasis to prove that the Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. So Prabhupada talks about from quoted from the all the Upanishads, Vedas, everything. He quoted so many slokas and establishes that Krishna he put his all energy in Krishna conscious activities. So this is the picture. What we can understand from this picture? Any idea? Hmm? Bank. No. Bank. Yeah. Since Prabhu is working in bank, he is immediately understands bank. So there is a story. Bank. Some robbers. They went. Three four robbers. They sit and discuss. See, we have to be very honest in our dealings. Whatever we are doing, we have to be very honest. So let us go and rob the bank, and after that, we will equally, whatever we are taking from the bank, we have to be equally take the share, and we have to be very honest. So they are all the honest people. So they went to the bank and they are telling to them, who are because there are many people are there. They want um, to take a smooth operation. They told, see, the money belongs to states, but your life is belongs to you. So you all fairly lay down. So then everyone lay down because this money is a state government, but nothing to us. Let us save our life. Let us save. So they robbed the bank, and then they came back, and in that one junior person is there. He told, okay, now successfully we dealt this operation. We will count how much money is there. Like that he told. So that the senior person is saying, don't be fool. Like there are so much we robbed from the bank. There are so much money is there. Counting it takes too long time. So wait till in the evening, we will come to know how much money is there, like that he told. So, so they went. So in the meantime, the bank manager is telling is the supervisor, call the police and inform. They robbed from the bank. Then the supervisor told, wait, don't, sir. I can give an idea, nice idea to you. Like anyhow, they robbed from the bank. So let us, from our expenses, we will take 10 million rupees from for us. Then we will inform. Then the manager told, no, already we have stolen some 80 million dollars. Something is there unaccountable. So this is the great opportunity. So we will tell they robbed 20 million, and then so this 70 plus 10 million 80. So we will say $100 million is stolen from the bank. Like that they reported. And in the these thieves, they are sitting in home and waiting. They are thinking, so how much? Then they are saying 100 million. 100 million, they are surprising. Oh, this much money. Then they start counted the money. They found only 20 million dollars or whatever rupees. And they are thinking 80 million, where it is? Then again and again they started, and they come to know, then they come to know that, see, we put so much effort and we risking our life, we stolen everything, but simply this manager, he took without anything, he $80 million he stolen. Who is the thief, biggest thief? Like that he is thinking. When they are thinking like that, they are then immediately after some times our police is very intelligent, right? They came and they find out these thieves and they arrested them and then so when the thieves say, see, we are very honest people. Why people are coming? The police are coming and taking us. They are among them. They are talking. This we are honest. We told in our end over 20 million. We will equally, taking our shares. We are not cheating anyone. Like that. So we are very honest. Our police is coming. So they forget that this is belongs to the money is not belongs to them. This belongs to the state, and they are thinking that we will take this thing. Then police got. Similarly, in this material world, everything is belongs to the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. So we generally people may think that we are very honest, we are moral, we follow the things, everything, and without Krishna, then it becomes the greatest thief. Like this everything, like somebody comes in our home and take our things without asking our permission, take our money, open our fridge and take whatever they want, everything is want, then how we will feel like that? Some people. So this is the thing, like Krishna is saying that in this sloga, Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo, everything emanates from me. Matta Sarvam Pravartate. So everything is it's my property. Everything is my property. Nothing. There is no other, not even a single thing in this world which is not connected with Krishna. Krishna is the owner of everything. So from this story, what we have to understand that if one who is utilized his opulences without having the without worshipping, without serving him, or without thinking about Krishna, then it is they are called a thief, and immediately the police, who is this police, this material nature, the modes of nature, immediately catch them animal. So that point we have to understand from this one. So this sloka is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Lord Brahma is praying about the Lord. So Brahma is saying, "Oh my Lord, the unborn, you have shaken hands with me just as a friend does with a friend, as if equal in position. I shall be engaged in the creation of different types of living entities, and I shall be occupied in your service. I shall have no perturbation, but I pray that all this may not give rise to pride as if I were the supreme." So this, after a few slogas, the Chatur Bhagavatam also is coming. So in the previous also, Lord Brahma is glorifying about the Lord. And then here he is saying to the Lord is dealing with his devotees, like Lord is shaking hands with Brahma, just like that. Brahma is like treating him as a friend. So Brahmaji is saying that in Prabhupada writes in the purport of this sloka, like from Brahma is having the rasa with the Lord like a friendship. So he's saying that you are shaking. Generally, in the Brahma Vimohana Leela also, you can see that now the Lord Brahma is bewildered by the opulence of the Krishna. Then he want to test it. Now he took. Then the past time we know all how Krishna is expanded all the covered boys and the cows. So similarly, the Lord is praying here. The Brahma is praying to Lord, that, oh Lord, please, you are interested me to do this service. When I'm performing this service, I may get, I may uh, get the pride. So please protect me. So all this activity should not give rise to my pride. Like that, Krishna Brahma is praying. So, in response to the prayer for Brahma, the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, knowledge about me as described in the scriptures is very confidential and it has to be realized in conjunction with devotional service. The necessary as described in the scripture is very confidential and it has to be realized in conjunction with devotional service. The necessary paraphernalia for that process is being explained by me. You maybe take it up carefully. So if you see in the purport of Prabhupada right, a learned scholar who has studied the Vedas perfectly and has information from authorities like Lord Chaitanya and who knows how to apply these teachings can understand that Krishna is the origin of everything in both the material and spiritual world. And because he knows this perfectly, he becomes firmly fixed in the devotional service of the Supreme Lord. So here we understand that how much we endeavor to get this knowledge, and then we need to have the guidance of the acharyas. Without guidance of the acharyas, and we have to perform devotional service. Then we perform the devotional service, then whatever the scriptures, whatever the knowledge is available, we can able to realize those things. So from our experience, also we can understand that who are in our congregation, they are very interested in doing services, their progress is very quick compared to other people. We can see from ourselves. So because this is the Lord's verdict. So the Lord, one can able to understand the scriptures, confidential matters by just engaging in conjunction with the devotional service. So here in the purport, Lord Brahma is the topmost devotee of the Lord within the universe, and therefore the personality of Godhead replied to his four principal enquiries in four important statements, which are known as the original Bhagavatam in four verses. These are all the four questions Brahma in the previous sloka, the same chapter, Brahma is asking after praying prayer, and then he is asking these questions. These were Brahma's questions. Prabhupada writes one. What are the forms of the Lord both in matter and in transcendence? Two, how are the different energies of the Lord working? How does the Lord play with these different energies? How may Brahma be instructed to discharge the duty entrusted to him? The prelude to the answer is this verse under discussion, wherein the Lord informs Brahma that knowledge of him, the supreme absolute truth, as it is stated in the revealed scriptures, is very subtle and cannot be understood unless one is self-realized by the grace of the Lord. One very important point is this: without the grace of the supreme personality of the Lord, one cannot able to understand the essence of the revealed scriptures. That's what previously we discussed, that this can be understood by the devotional services. Here also, Lord is saying that it cannot be. No one can be understand this matter unless the Lord is mercifully. That's why we are saying the Lord is giving his causeless mercy. So with the grace of the Lord, we can able to understand the scriptures. So here confirming the same thing. All of me, namely my actual eternal form and my transcendental existence, color, qualities, and activities, let all be awakened within you by factual realization out of my causeless mercy. So when before this previous slokas, Brahma, before creation, Brahma is sitting and he don't know what to do. Then he did the Lord. He give the directions, the two words, tapa. You do perform. The Akashvani is saying you have to perform tapa austerities, and then Brahma did 1,000 years in demigods years. He performed the tapa. Then after that, the praying. Then Lord is giving his instruction to the Brahmaji. So Lord is saying that out of my causeless energy, the causeless mercy. So this is the sloga for the first sloga of the Chatusloki Bhagavatam 33. Aham yevasam yevagre namya yat sat asat param paschat aham yat yetaksha yo vashyate so asmi aham. Brahma, it is I, the personality of Godhead, who was existing before the creation, when there was nothing but myself, nor was there the material nature, the cause of this creation, that which you see now is also I, the personality of Godhead. And after annihilation, what remains will also be I, the personality of Godhead. Here also, the Lord talks about is the supremacy, and no one is above him. The Lord is the everything. No, but before creation, no one is there. And during the annihilation also, there remains only the Lord only remains. Everything will be annihilated. Annihilated. So, so today's flow also states about this same thing, right? Akam sarvasya prabhavo marta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante ma Udabhava Samanvaya. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. So, just I put one sloga from the Mukundamala Sotram also. So, in this, Kulashekara Alvar is praying to the Lord that so the भवजलादि कथानां बल्पवता कथानां सुत सुत दुखितिर कलत्रदान भरदातिनां विषमे विषयादोयो नजातं आप्लवानं भवति शरणं एको विष्णुपोतो नराणां. The translation is, the people in this vast ocean of birth and death are being blown about by the winds of material realities. Yes, they flounder in the perilous waters of sense indulgence with no boat to help them. They are sorely distressed by the need to protect their sons, daughters, and wives. Only the boat is that Lord Vishnu, for that Lord Vishnu can save them. Mundamala Sutra, verse number 11. So this sloga is more in the Mundamala Sutra. There are many other wonderful slogas. Krishna is praying. This sloga befitting our conditions, like we are all struggling to maintain ourselves and our family, our children, parents, all these things. So Kulshegar is giving the solution, like you cannot able to do anything because this the Lord's illusory energy is so strong. So like if you want to cross the river, we need to have the boat. Without that, it is very difficult. By our swimming, we cannot able to cross that as long rivers or ocean. But we have the boat, we can easily cross that the sea or river. So similarly, if you want to cross over this samsara to take care of ourselves and our family, children, the easy method is to take the boat, the Lord. If you surrender unto this Lord, then everything will be easy. Then we can cross over this material senses, and then we can give this like this naturally. We are all grahasthas, we have thinking that how to protect our sons, daughters and wives and all other people, elderly people. So we have to surrender only the boat, that is Lord Vishnu can save them, and then we can get away from this repeated birth and death. So love begins from the origin. So this one in the Prabhupada lecture, Prabhupada is talking about, Prabhupada says, see when we are in, like we are in Kuwait. Kuwait is like almost India, most of them are here. So in a foreign countries, some people are there, like some Indians are, they are native, going, oh, where are you coming from? Like that. They say, oh, you are from India, then they will have a close relationship. Here also, when we are working in for example, I am from Tamil Nadu. When I came to Delhi, so somebody comes from in Tamil Nadu, then we met them. Then we'll say, oh, you are coming from Tamil Nadu. Like we speak in our own language. Some advantages are there. So then we started developing, some relationship with them, love with them. So this like comes from the origin for this love is, the love begins from the origin, like where it starts. So there we are saying, like here also we can see how many people are from here, from Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh. Okay, next. I am expecting, but I failed. If you are sitting together, I can say that this origin you are together. But so similarly, like when we have that, um, even though devotees, we are not distinguish all these things, but generally, when it's natural. Like some Maharashtrians, they came, then they will start there in Maharashtra language. Like this is the nature. Then we'll start. So now Prabhupada is saying this example, like this origin. See, from Brahma Samhita, Brahma's first prayer is saying, Iswara Parama Krishna, Sachidananda Vigraha, Anadir Adir Govinda, Sarva Karana Karanam. Nadir Adir. So, Krishna, who is known as Govinda, is the supreme Godhead. He has an eternal, blissful, spiritual body. He is the origin of all. So, I am coming to this point. I just want to stress this point. Krishna is the origin of all. So, how we are developing love for our origin means that is for an immediate origin, like this area, that Krishna is the origin for everyone. So when we start love Krishna, then like we can love everybody. So in Krishna is the origin. We are part and parcel of Krishna. Then in the further in this Sadhusloki Bhagavan, Krishna is saying that nothing is, nothing is exist without myself. How we can say that one? There is no things, no situation are separated from Krishna. Everything is in relation with Krishna only. Whatever, and Krishna further says that if someone sees that something is not related with me, then he must be in the my Maya, in my illusory energy. Everything is related with Krishna. whether jiva or the non-moving items, matters, everything is related with Krishna. So second verse. Yes, Prabhu. Second verse of the Chatusloki Bhagavad Gita. So that's the reason in Bhagavad Gita also we are seeing that Pandita Samadarshana. The learned person, he sees everyone in relations with Krishna. Everyone is in relation with Krishna. Everything they can able to relate with Krishna. So, okay. In the Gajendra Moksha, we all know that Gajendra was in a crisis. He went to this lake, and the crocodile told him, and Gajendra is struggling to get over from the crocodile, for he fighting thousands of years, you know, but and day by day, since Gajendra not having any food and other thing, he getting losing his energy. Whereas the crocodile is in the water, is he becomes strong. He becomes strong, and Gajendra feeling that maybe I'm going to defeated. So when Gajendra is in trouble, their family members, their wives, all are there, but they have the compassion that they Bhagavan says that their wives are crying. They could not able to do, but they are crying. They are having the compassionate to Gajendra, but they cannot able to do anything. They simply crying, and their relatives also they cannot able to crying. So they are compassionate, but they cannot able to protect the Gajendra. Whereas the demigods are watching these situations, and then they are wondering, how these are all happening. Yes, okay. So these demigods are watching. Okay, little. So the demigods are watching, and they are having the capability to deliver this Gajendra, because they are demigods are very powerful. This crocodile is nothing for them. It's very easy for them to protect Gajendra from this crocodile, but they do not have compassion towards Gajendra. They are just seeing that one. Like many times when we are going in our life also, we are going, some incidents are happening. We are not seeing some accident or some things are happening. We are not bothered, who is going to take care of. We are proceeding. So similarly, the demigods having the capability to protect the Gajendra, but they do not have compassion. But then Gajendra understand that, then see somebody, nobody, the Supreme Lord only can protect me, because the Lord has a compassion, the Lord has a capability, Lord is capable to protect in whatever situation one is there, Lord can capable to protect them, and also the Lord is a cognizant. The Lord knows where is the thing, how we can everywhere. Lord is omnipresent, omnipotent, and cognizant. Lord knows everything. So these things are compassion, capable, and cognizant is only the Supreme Lord is having. The Lord can able to reciprocate to all the jivas, not only human beings, all the jivas. The Lord can. The Lord is really compassionate. That's why He's sending time to time acharyas, he himself comes, and the Lord is capable to do that one, and the Lord is cognizant. When Gajendra praying, the Lord knows, yeah, my devotee is in trouble, so I can go and retrieve him. So, so why what is the lesson we have to understand from this? We have to take shelter of the Supreme Lord, then we will be saved from all the difficulties. So here, again in the Brahma Samhita, that Brahma is praying, Pantartha Koti Sadavatsara Sambragamyo Vayo Radati Manaso Muni Pungavana Sopyasti Yat Prapada Shimni Avichintya Tatve Govindam Adi Purusam Tamaham Bhajami. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord. Only the tip of the toe of his lotus feet is approached by the yogis who aspire after the transcendental and we take themselves to who try to find out the non-differentiated Brahman by the process of elimination of the mundane, extending over thousands of millions of years. So here Brahma is talking about how it is very difficult for the yogis and jnanis to approach the Lord. So thousands of millions of years when they perform the austerities, still they can able to achieve only the tip of the toe of whose lotus feet is approached, the Lord's. This this austerity, this penance is not very easy. They are doing so much. Why? Here is the we can understand that the Lord is impartial to his devotees. So if you provide, like Lord is giving us the rules. Patram puspam param toyam yomi bhaktya prayachate tataham bhakti bhavatam asnami. So here, how these jnanis and yogis they are doing thousands of million years. Pantapti koti sadavatsara sampragamya. Sampragamya means like great people. Even they are like Vayu Ratapi Manaso Muni Pungavana. The best of the yogis, they travel with the speed of mind or with the speed of Vayu, and for thousands and millions of years they can approach simply the tip of the like whose lotus feet. So only. Whereas the Lord is giving for the devotees, just you offer a simple leaves, a flower, a fruit, or little water. If you present me with devotional service, then I know I will take and that's the reason when Prabhupada is saying that Prabhupada condemning all these Mayavadis and impersonalists very strongly. That easy because they are diverting the mass of people away from the Lord. So yes, even Narada Muni also while instructing Vyasadeva, when Vyasadeva writing Mahabharata, Narada Muni is indirectly chastising why you are like diverting the people's attention away from the Lord. So then he advised him to make Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam. Then Vyasadeva is also after did all the Vedas, everything in Mahabharata is not satisfied. Then then Narada is advising that to make this Bhagavatam, the Bhagavatam. then that is the reason you are not happy with what you are done. The great work done before Bhagavatam also, Vyasadev. Vyasadev is the expansion of the Lord, but to give the importance for the devotional service, this happened. So here for our slogan, today's slogan, this is the Swayam Bhagavan Keshav Maharaj slides. I'm just split it into the 2 3 slides for our understanding, because to who make in one slide the whole uh, sloga explanation. So how one can Swami Maharaj or Swami Bhagavan, how one can understand this truth about Krishna as the original source of all. Krishna as the original source of all spiritual and material world. How we can able to understand? This is a question. How one can understand this truth about Krishna as the original source of all. So, so Prabhupada writes in the purport, only by hearing from Shastra through bona fide authorities. A learned scholar who has studied the Vedas perfectly and has information from authorities like Chaitanya, and one who knows how to apply these teachings can understand this truth. So, when this is the very important aspects in devotional service, we have to be, is the original source of all. If this foundation is strong, then we can progress in the devotional service very nicely. We will not, in case of any reversal, we will not be struggled. This faith is not strong, then we will feel difficulties in our devotional path. Krishna is the original source of all. So how we understand? From the Shastra through bona fide authorities. Bona fide authorities. So what will, when we understand this very clearly, the result is we never deviated by any nonsensical commentaries or by other schools, because there are so many commentaries are available on spiritual topics, especially for Srimad Bhagavad Gita. There are so many commentaries are there. So, so we will not deviate it. We will never deviate it. We will stick to what Prabhupada is saying. We will stick to that commentaries. And many people, they look like very intelligent, but they are poor, because they 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 need Krishna. And nowadays people are giving management courses on Bhagavad Gita. They take Bhagavad Gita, some slokas, and then they are giving management principles, how to do these things, management, how conducting our officers, make leadership qualities, all this they are giving. Actually, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad Gita should be taken as it is. What Krishna is saying, you have to take that. So, references for Krishna being the source of all demigods, including Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva. We can understand from this sloga's purport, Prabhupada gives so much emphasis on to to establish Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He quoted various verses from different Upanishads and Vedas. He quoted. So this is the summary of what Prabhupada gave in his purport. In the Gopala Tapani Upanishad, Krishna in the beginning gave knowledge to Brahma. And in the Narayana Upanishad, says Supreme Person Narayana desired to create living entities. Thus, Brahmaji, 25 patriarchs, Indra, 8 Vasus, 11 Rudras, and 12 Adityas born. Narayana is the expansion of Krishna. So created now this point. So this 25 people Prabhupada mentioned that these four Kumaras, Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanatana, Sanat Kumara, and the 14 Manus and 7 rishis. 4 plus 14, 18 plus 17, 25. So these are all the names. In the rishis, some even some differences will be maybe coming, but generally this is the 25 patriarchs. And then this Vasus in the sixth canto, 10 and 11 mention this. There is a mention for this the sons of from me. Drona, Prana, we heard from the lecture that Pitama Bhishma is the one of the Vashu. So due to the curse only, he came and did participate in the pastimes of Krishna. Some, like in the Rudra, some mention that in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Rudra is the devotee of the Lord. See here, you can read the Navadvip Mahatmya. In this Rudra Dvipa live the 11 Rudras who always chant the glories of Lord Chaitanya. Here Shiva and his followers dance in bliss. Seeing this, the Devas shower flowers from the sky. Navadvip Mahatmya. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi 6 also it mentioned Rudra, who is an expansion of Shiva and who appears in unlimited universes, is also a Guna Avatara and is the ornament of all the demigods in the endless universes. He also desires to be the servant of Lord Krishna. Sri Sadasiva always says, I am the servant of Lord Krishna. Intoxicated by the ecstatic love for Lord Krishna, he becomes overwhelmed and incessantly dances without clothing and sings about Lord Krishna's qualities and pastimes. So here also, we established that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, and even Lord Shiva, Brahma, everybody comes from them. Here are some of the Rudra's names. And Adityas, these 12 Adityas, in the Bhagavatam same 6th canto, 6th chapter, 38 and 39, they are described. Now please hear me as I describe the descendants of Aditi in chronological order. In this dynasty, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Narayana descended by his plenary expansions. The names of the sons of Aditi are as follows. This Vivaswan, Aryama, Kusa, Dvasta, Savita, Bhava, Data, Vidata, Varuna, Mitra, Satru, and Urukrama. So this was one of the Aditya is when Yamaraj is getting cursed and he become Vidura and participating in lot pastimes. Thus Aryama took that position because they are the expansion of the Lord. So we'll pass here. And in the Maha Upanishad also it says, in the beginning of creation, there was only one Supreme Personality, Narayana. Narayana. Narayana is the expansion of Krishna. In the Moksha Dharma, Krishna says, Patriarchs Shiva and others are created by him, although they do not know so, because they are deluded by his energy. Even though these patriarchs and Lord Shiva, they are all the greatest personalities and devotees, sometimes by the illusory energy of the Lord, they are also deluded and they do not know that they are came from the Supreme Personality of God. Some short duration of time they are also deluded. The Varaha Purana also says that Narayana is the Supreme Personality of Godhead from whom Lord Brahma and further Lord Shiva is born. So Prabhupada in his purport quoted all these scriptures stating that the supremacy of the Supreme Lord Krishna. So recommendations for Krishna conscious persons, like avoid unauthorized commentaries on Bhagavad Gita. Who says Krishna as an ordinary man? Avajalanti Mamuda, Manusam Tanumasitam. So we have to avoid unauthorized commentaries on Bhagavad Gita, and also we will never going to read other Bhagavad Gitas, that is for sure. But we have to make sure our Bhagavad Gita as it is should reach everyone. In that way, we can save people to get carried away from this unauthorized edition of the Bhagavad Gita, and thus one should proceed in Krishna consciousness with determination. Uh, anyone who knows that Krishna is the source of all, what is the result? Krishna, worship Krishna with all their heart. So devotional service starts when one is firmly convinced that Krishna, is everything. Everything is emanate from Krishna. One have the firm conviction only, then this worship they will worship Krishna with all their hearts. Otherwise, will be on and off, some doubts comes and other things. So they will engage in devotional service. Finally, they will surrender to Krishna, which is required. So, this thing. So we can stop here. If you have any comments or questions, we can discuss about. Prabhuji, you can, Prabhuji, you can add some. We are doing what is Saturday class. Yes, yes. Yes, on the things like children of our who have quoted even directly from the mouth of Lord, so will we know that the Vedas or but not because the Puranas are again the Lord's words are just made in a way like which we can understand in an easy way. So the Puranas are meant by easy means all these are just given by the different receipts. So there are some people they will not accept. Right. So here Srila Prabhupada worship means feeling that there is no like we are just simply taking from somewhere. It is just all these words are Lord's own words where the Lord is establishing that, and as you just related the Sufi of Bhagavatam. Exactly, Aham Sarvasya I am here with this Aham Devasa. So the Lord is coming, and many people they will say this type of pride. He's saying I am the food, and but picture means that the Lord, God's glories are given by his, your devotees in maybe the various of the workplace or in many. But out of this
700 verses which the Lord himself is speaking. So there are also very few verses as well where the Lord he himself is telling about him. This is also necessary for him because he is the source of everything. So, uh, like a person when he enters there and none of us we know him, something he has to tell about him. So it is not a crime that he has to introduce him. Because of he is the fountain hand. हम सर्वस्व करो और हम ये बात है nobody that night he was there. So at least he should tell who he is. That was only the Lord telling his verses. And many of the verses, even the Lord is telling surrender to him. So he's not telling surrender to him. Lord with all the verses, sometimes indirectly he speaks in Bhagavad Gita. So this one like how this opulence of Lord is giving and so Vishwanath Chakravarti how he's giving in abundantly like this is like until and unless the faith is not there. Because of faith actually is and faith and then after performing the devotional service, then only the Lord will believe in the heart of that devotee. Otherwise, simply this Bhagavad Gita, that's what we quoted in the 29th verse, which the Lord Brahma is speaking before the Chaturshloki Bhagavad, Jnanaparam Priyam. And there are four things in that verse, and then it is that those four things which are spoken in that verse are the four slokas of Chaturshloki Bhagavad. So, Jnanaparam Priyam is a very confidence. It is Vijnana Samadi. Vijnana is the emotional service. So we once perform the emotional service, then this knowledge will get into practice. The Vijnana Samadi and also has some colors. Some has some means like it is by the emotional service and by the faith it will come. So until and unless we are not performing that, I think this is I was giving for the same process. So once one Gujarati person somewhere he came to the Prabhupada and he asked Prabhupada, can you just tell like how I know that Lord Sri Krishna he is the supreme personality of God. Can you tell? So Sri Prabhupada told him first you believe. So he came to ask the question like how you can establish this Lord Krishna is the supreme personality of God. Please, Sri Prabhupada replied, you first believe. And he was telling what is this answer actually? He was not just happy with the answer. So he again he wanted Sri Prabhupada to tell something like okay, how Lord Krishna is the supreme personality of God. So when again he asked Sri Prabhupada, no, you first believe. And like that, Srila Prabhupada was not moving and telling very nicely. And he was a little disturbed and he left. Srila Prabhupada said, until I know that you don't believe, you don't have the faith, and you are not performing the reports, there is no way like by your brain, by the knowledge, you can understand that Lord Krishna is important. So if you perform the devotional service, if you have the faith on the word, like, so I was just thinking, like, a child when he starts going to school. So, if he up to, I don't know, means what age, maybe when he completely following what the teacher is saying, we don't know even asking the cross question to the teacher. He is not capable of even cross questioning the teacher, what you are teaching, you prove it. Even he don't know that. But he moves forward with the teacher for certain like classes or offices, and then he will slowly understand that. One day he will be like, okay, when he is either a graduate or post graduate or he is a PhD student, he was not doing anything. That makes the sense. So that is the way. So the same way in a divorce perspective, something as long as one has no faith, actually, it's very difficult to know that Lord Krishna when he is speaking is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And that is how, after these four Bhagavad Gita, you see the next two verses, 12 and 13. Param from Dham. Immediately, Arjuna is proving that he accepted. And only know that Lord Krishna said, these are all the rishis, they also said the same. So this is how we
Well, just what you correctly highlighted this point. If you want to understand Krishna, first at least they have to accept Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead and render some services, devotional services. Then it is possible. Otherwise, not at all possible.
like you make someone friend, but you don't know everything about him. Like when you stay with him, you spend some time with him, then only you will know about him, what is his nature, who is the same thing. You have to begin it, right?
Yes.
If you are in a one place, in one office or somewhere like that, so we have to make him like a friend. Once you are with him, then only you can go about it. But you think like first I will know without interacting with him, without spending time with him. What is the way for you to know him completely? You cannot know. Very good way. So the same way, understand we will not spend our time performing the services for the Lord. Nothing will be generated.
One Prabhu in one lecture he explained about this apple is there. Like first you see the apple, you can with your eyes, you are not indulging in other senses, just your eyes, you can understand that this apple is a red color, a round shape, or something. Then you can in your other senses, like you can smell, at least you can get some aroma of that apple and other things. But only you want to know if I'm saying the taste of apple is like that, how much description I give, you won't able to understand the taste of the apple unless and otherwise you just bite and eat. Then you will there is no need any explanation about this apple taste of the apple. Similarly, like Prabhu mentioned that anyone wants to understand this knowledge, they have to have a initial faith and they have to associate with the devotees and they have to perform some devotional service because then Lord will reveal to them. Is otherwise we see in this Pantastu Koti Sadavatsa Sambragamni because they are not surrendered and by their own will they want to understand the Lord and they have millions and millions of years austerity and penance also they will just see the tip of the toe of the Lord. They cannot be able to process. But if somebody want to know the Lord, they have some little faith and are associating with the Lord, do small menial services, whatever is possible, then Lord reveals to him and then they will progress. This is what
This is another Bhakti Bhagavad Shastra. The mercy of the Lord will be received by the Ananya Bhakti. तो उसे भगवत वाणी में ऐसा coming over our तब हम भगवत तत्व जानते हैं. That is only like we come to know about the तत्व. और ये अनन्य भक्तों की संगति में ही था. Only help us especially by all the they are to follow. Only work will feel all the Lord will be.
yes, yes. Thank you.
Any work for that or
Thank you, Krishna.
like if you are so sometimes worship Lord Nrsimhadev
Qualified authority then it will gradually we will come to that stage. So I had in one lecture, one of the senior Vaishnava, he say that today I'm reading, I'm hearing, I'm attending the Bhagavad Gita class, I'm hearing that Aham Sarvasya Prabhu Matta Sarvam Pravartate Iti Matva Vajanti Mam Bodha Bhava Samandava. So Krishna is the source of everything, material and spiritual. And tomorrow onwards, I will be very strong. I will not go anywhere. It will not happen because because our association with this material, uh, three modes of material nature is a very long period we are associating with them, and we are accustomed to that one. So when we are hearing this thing from the pure devotees for prolonging time, gradually all the anarthas will go, and then we come to the stage. So this we practically seen from our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada, how he went and preached in the West, and they do not even hear about the name of Krishna. They do not know anything at all. But simply the power of the pure Vaishnava, like Srila Prabhupada, spiritual potency, makes them understand very quickly, and then they progress in the devotional service. Similarly, like we have to hear more and more about the Lord, and engage ourselves in that way. Like we are hearing about Lord for one day in a week, and then we are going and associating with the material world for the rest of the 6 days. We are not associating with the books, or we are not associating with the Vaishnavas. Then which impact we will have in our heart? The material aspects only we will remember. So whom we are associating, the tendency is we are going to become like that now. When we are associating with the devotee, when we are associating with the books, when we are serving the Vaishnavas by their mercy, then things will change in our heart. So this, like, we have to increase our association with the devotees and the devotional service. In this way, when we are doing, then it will go gradually. Definitely it will go gradually, and we see it in our own eyes how how people are changed from normal karmic people to the pure devotee. From in our life, we see, like, one time one Prabhuji came and he said, science means the process. Like, when you do the same process, the result will be same. You are running in the laboratory. Which Prabhu? Which Prabhu he came in science of? We forgot. This is the. We went in Salwa. Prabhu gave this class, and Prabhu's Mataji is making their children. No, that was okay. Forget about that one. So he mentioned science means, like, whenever, whatever time, how many times you repeat, the result will be the same. We add H2 and O2, it will become water. This is science, H2O. So n number of times you did the same experiment, result will be the water. So similarly, devotional service, when Krishna is saying that, like, when somebody is doing devotional service, the result will be the Krishna will reveal himself. So this will happen. The lacking is there is some flaw in our process. So we are not, maybe some impurities in our hearing. We are not hearing from the right source. We are not following the regulative principles, or we are not serious about that one. This is the lack. So I am not. This is the lack. It is not the lacking in the system. It is lacking within ourselves. So our heart is not transformed means the long impression in our heart is not going. It will take some time. Somebody is maybe here we can see. So one example, our Sri Padambuja Prabhu. Like he read Bhagavatam, all the 12 cantos within a year. Very quick, very quick. Many of us are struggling to read Bhagavatam, to hear from this thing. So like that, this is maybe like we are saying, like the spiritual life starts from where you left, in the next lecture. So suddenly they will pick up some people. So actually, the thing is, if we are associating with the devotees, the unalloyed devotees, serve them by their mercy, definitely our heart will change by the mercy of Lord only. So we have to attract. Grace Yasumati Nandan Prabhuji always tell this example. See, when we want to attract the mercy of the Lord, we have to put our endeavor 100%. We have to put our effort and we have to try very hard. Then we come to a conclusion that how much effort I put, it is not possible to attract your mercy. Only by your causeless mercy only I can able to get. So please bless me. So then Lord will see, okay, he put so much effort and now understand that by his own endeavor he cannot do. Now I am helping. So like we had the story how one small bird want to get his egg. He told that I will dry up this ocean if you are not giving my eggs. Like that small bird. Is it possible for a small bird when he go there and taking one drop of water, put away one drop of put away, but people are looking at them and laughing. But Lord sees his effort. Like he sent Garuda, help them, help them. So similarly, our position is also the same and even less than that the bird. We are very insignificant, but our effort may attract the mercy of the Lord. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram.